Okay, section 17, Q3, Q4, and then 4 V12s. So I've just literally done that because again it was a little bit of a balancing act. So it's literally those two bars there, secured by 2 screws at that end, these two, and then that was the other bar there. Just make sure they slot into these triangles, and again just secured by these 2 screws here. Okay, we're again onto a little tricky bit that I can't really video, but section 18, need 2 of the FM2s. So there's a FM1 and an FM2. FM2, the little nut is onto the left hand side, as if you're looking at it from the back. 12 of the V12 screws, and then a Q1 bar that runs horizontally across the middle. And then basically we're just attaching that in. So we should be good once we get the FM2s in first, I think, and then put the bar underneath. That's my plan anyway. Okay, that's the Q1 bar secured in by the 2 FM2 brackets. So basically just screwed in like that. Okay, so what I've done steps 20 and 21 basically. So it involved adding the front bar Q2, securing that in with Q11, and then basically just screwing everything down. So it's just literally like just putting the horizontal bars in, putting the vertical bars in. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so what I'm going to do 22, 23, 24 and 25 all at the same time. So it's basically putting in, it's just a repeat of what we've just done. So it's just putting the horizontal bar across, then the little stabilizer bar, the other front bar, and then the other stabilizer bar. So it's just screwing all those together. So again, it's not very interesting, so I'm just going to do it all in one and show you all at the end. Okay, we've just completed steps 26 and 27. So basically it was the black baseboard for the tank. We need to put it on the floor first. There's 4 nylon little washers that go 2 at either side, and then basically it's just a case of putting the stand on, so the washers go into the metal frame. So managed to get it on. It was a little bit tricky, but yeah, got there in the end. So that's another 2 steps completed. Next step is step 28, which is basically putting screws in. So there's 16 V4 screws that need to go in just to secure all the boards. Then step 29 will be, there's a white, well in my case white, front board. So we'll need to put that on. And then again, just screw that down. Once we've got that on, then we should be at step 30. That's screwing it onto the frame. And then 31, yeah, just basically just getting it all secured down really. So that should get us quite a way in. So again, I'm going to skip through some of this because it's not the most interesting stuff, but yeah. So I'm going to skip through steps 28, 29, 30 and 31, and I'll meet you in the end. Okay guys, so yeah, so we've screwed the white surround on. There was 4 white nylon like dowels, and then there was 8 screws just secured in through the frame there. 1, 2, 3, get the idea. What I have noticed is I have made a bit of a botch. So if we go back to P3 and P4, the wrong way around. So they should be facing those screw holes should be facing the back. So there's that frame piece at the back there, and that frame piece at the back there. Yeah, they both got holes facing the front, and they shouldn't have. So if you look on the back of the clear, there's no holes. So obviously when the cabinet's in, these bits here are inside the cabinet, and there shouldn't be any holes. And also what happens is when you screw the backboards on, there's all these holes here down the back of the frame there. Obviously you need some holes in these little pieces here, so what I'm going to have to do is take those out. So it's basically all these screws here, these ones, the ones at the bottom, the ones at the side, same on the other side really. So hopefully they'll all come out okay. Don't see a reason why not. I might just have to loosen everything off, but because obviously it's starting to really tighten down now that I've got all these supports and everything in. But yeah, so the plan is to, I think I'm going to call it a day today. It's currently 9:24. Been doing this for 3.5 hours now, so we're quite a way in, but there's still quite a lot to do. Yeah, there's still quite a lot to do, so yeah, I think we'll call it. I'm getting a little bit tired, so we'll leave it like that for tonight. What I'll do in the morning, I'm going to wake up early, just swap those out. Morning. So yeah, it's currently about 7:30. So what I've basically done is I've flipped the stand upside down, but I put the legs on first. But what I also did is I've taken all of those bars, so this bar here and this bar here, basically I put them in the wrong way around. So I've taken those out, turned them around and put them back in. Basically so you've got these holes at the back, because that's basically what the backboard's going to screw onto. And then final bit is I'd also got this bit bar here wrong. So again I had to flip that over, so I kind of had to lean the stand forward, take that bottom bar out. It was held on by about 6 or 7 screws, and then just change that around again, just so you've got these screw holes at the back. Also, if you don't have that the right way, this doesn't screw into it. So I've reattached everything, screwed everything down, everything's good to go. So I have kind of skipped a step basically because of the feet, but I just felt that it was a little bit awkward if I was starting to build even more things into it to be able to turn it around at some point. So I actually managed to do it on my own last night. So it was heavy, but yeah, I just took my time, made sure I had something on the floor just to support everything, and yeah, we were good. Okay guys, so the final thing that we did was step 31 last night basically, and then obviously I've made all those adjustments this morning. So we're now back on track. We're now up to steps 32, 33 and 34, and arguably 35 as well. So basically that is the 2 side panels. So we just need to put some hardware onto each of the panels. So there's 8 of these V1 screws, sorry. 4 of these little white dowels, the nylon dowels again, and then 2 hinges. So it's basically putting a dowel in each of the holes and then just screwing the hinges onto the side in these little holes here. And then basically the next step is we're going to add on 4 of those brackets, 4 of the U brackets, and then again just some V1 screws with the little screw caps in there. And then once we've done that, we're going to move on to adding these clips. So it looks like there's kind of 2 V5 clips with some V1 screws, and again 2 more brackets, and then the nylon washers. So it's basically the 2 panels just completed, and then putting them into the tank there. So again, I'm just kind of skip through it all. I'm not going to do it panel by panel, but I'm just going to skip through those 2 and then put them on at the end. Okay guys, so we're complete. What I've done as well, I've done step 37, which is adding in 4 of these triangle support pieces with those screws. They just go at the front. So there's 2 there, 1 in that corner, 1 in that corner. So all the sides are now screwed on both sides. Obviously this side has got the brackets to hold the pipe in. This side has got the supports to hold the pull-out slide rail. Yeah, we fixed all the mistakes that we've made up to this point so far. So hopefully everything's back on track. Like I say, we're up to step 37. That's now complete. So 38, we've actually done that. That was the feet. So 39 is just to add those pipe connectors. Okay guys, so that's the pipe clips in, and as you can see, what I've also done is I've put the backboards on. So there's 58 screws and 58 black washers that went over the screws, and basically it was just putting the panels in with the textured side to the front. So yeah, so that gets us all the way to steps. So that was 40 was putting the little corner pieces at the front, and then 41 was the back panel pieces, and then we're basically getting to the point where we just need to put it into position, level the legs, and then it's ready for the tank. Obviously the tank's over at the dealer at the moment, so I bought it off a company called Bursco Aquatics. A guy called Steve there, really helpful, and what he's done is he's kept the tank back for me because I just don't have enough space in the house to bring the tank in, mess around and everything else. So yeah, Steve was really good. He's agreed to fetch the tank over and hold it, but more importantly get it in the house. So yeah, it's just a case of getting this into position, leveling all the legs off, and then when the tank arrives, just put the tank on top and it's done. And then I can carry on doing the rest of it when everything's in position. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for now. So probably the next time I see you will be bringing the tank in, but I'm going to end this video now. So I'm going to build this up as a little bit of a series. So this is going to be kind of part 1, which is kind of the cabinet build. As I say, the cabinet's not fully completed yet. There are still some pieces that we need to put on here. You know, I've got the sumps, etc, etc. But can't really do anything now until the tank arrives. So yeah, it's probably going to be next week when I catch up with you. But thanks for watching. Give me a like if you like the video. Put some comments down. It'd be interesting to see what people say, especially about the mistakes. You know, if obviously you've got one of those and you've made the same mistake, clearly that might be a problem with the instructions, or it might just have been me. But yeah, just looking forward to the build. Please subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.